Hey, yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the first video of the ranked replay review series. The series in which we're going to be looking through some of my higher level ranked replays and breaking them down and analysing them for your benefit. So, in this video we're going to be looking at a replay which I managed to pick up recently. I'm an EU player myself, but one night I had decided to Q&A. And who did I come up against? It was Forky, one of the most mechanically scary players in the whole world. It was, a pretty intense game. Alright, so we're going to be looking at 5 key things during this replay, and I'll pause the replay when we reach them, but we'll go through the whole replay and kind of go over my thought processes throughout. But mainly we're going to be looking at transitioning to offense from defense, using the wall in defense instead of going up from the ground, depending on the situation, slowing down the game instead of booming. We're going to be looking at taking our time and making sure we don't pass to the opponents, and then lastly, situational awareness, keeping an eye on where the opponents are and how we should respond to that. So let's crack right into the replay. So it looks like we're on kickoff, something which we're quite used to, come to be pretty decent at the speed flip, so not too much of an issue. We do win the kickoff, so we assume third position, see a good chance to play aggressive, so we start pushing up. I could challenge Forky here, but I decided against it because my teammate's got a better straight on 50, so we're going to let him take that and go back. We challenge this real fast, make sure they don't get a chance to get aggressive on us. And then I'm playing back as third man, making sure they don't get any opportunities. And this is where we see how we transition from defense to offense. So I'm kind of playing as third man here. I'm the only person in the goal, but what I see is important. I see that Paco, my teammate that's on the ball, he's going to get a good attack here. I'll just boost it forward a little bit. You can see Rebel decides to go for a demo play, which means my teammate is alone and he has the ball. We can very easily break free if he doesn't boom this ball, and he doesn't. He takes a dribble. Cash Money Elias, the enemy team member, is currently kind of quite far away, so there's not much chance of him challenging very quickly. So I know that I can push up with Paco. I can push up, I can support him and make sure I'm there for a pass. So I'm going to shadow Paco. You see here, I make sure I stop as soon as he stops. I don't want to be in line with him, I want to be a little bit further back, and that's kind of how it should be most of the time when you're pushing up with your teammates. Make sure you're a little bit behind them and maybe into the mid if it's appropriate. And just make sure you're ready to receive a pass. I see he's kind of in an awkward position because Forky's decided to turn and challenge, which is, it's completely fair. Like, it's a good challenge by him. So there's still a chance my teammate can get it to me, so I'm going to chill and just wait. Doesn't manage it, unfortunately, but the other teammate is there and he takes it off him. And I just play very patient. Teammate could pass, but he goes for a shot, which is fine. We just keep the aggression by putting this ball back in. Unfortunately, the other teammate decided not to keep the aggression, so we go back and reset. Back to being a third man. I do kind of screw up here. It's bad. People make mistakes and it's fine. Okay, playing as that man. This is where we see the benefit of playing on the wall. So, a few things to look at here. I have 32 boost, which isn't too much. My teammate who's about to go on this ball, Reticence, who's in front of me, he's probably not going to reach this ball or he's going to get 50'd, which is exactly what happens. Rebel's got this ball, I have 32 boost and I made the decision to go up to the wall. What this allows me to do is, since I have such little boost, instead of using that boost to fly up to the ball, I can use that boost once I reach the ball. Since I'm on the wall, I have that 32 boost and I can use it to clear. So right here, he booms it to me, I'm on the wall already and I still have 32 boost. So instead of using it to fly up to the ball, I'm now at the ball and I have 32 boost. So I can air dribble this, I can take control of it on the wall, I could boom it if I wanted to, probably not the best idea, but it's an option. But yeah, it opens up so many things for me to do instead of just flying up to the ball and hitting it, kind of weakly because I don't have much boost. Yeah, I still flop it because I'm bad, but you get my point. It's a good play to go up on the wall, make sure you're ready and save your boost. It puts you in a good position. So sometimes it doesn't feel right to go out the goal, and that's fine. Sometimes you should still go up on the wall, even if it doesn't feel right, because it's just the better thing to do. But yeah, you should be able to judge it most of the time. And then we reset, go back to third man, get boost. Back in defense. Just let this come down, there's no need to force it. Support my two teammates. Bit of a bad pass by me, but I could have definitely done something else. Maybe taken the ball down, which is kind of what we're about to see here when I slow down the play. So right here, I have a few options. This is slowing down the play. I could, and what a lot of people would do, is just turn and boom this ball back into their half. I could boom it onto the corner. I could even take a shot if I get a good angle. But what I think is the best thing to do is slow down the play, take it down, and kind of play off of that. And the reason for that is, as you can see, both of my teammates are in front of me. They're both in the corner. One of them is flopping in midair, which is unfortunate, and the other one is on his way back to get boost. They both just attacked. They were kind of on top of each other, which is bad. But yeah, that's how it is. So what I'm going to do here, instead of booming, I'm going to slow down the play, take the ball down, and take control of the ball. So here, take it down. This buys loads of time, so much time for my teammates, so much time. They've recovered, they're out of the air, they're now back, both of them are back on midfield, they're collecting boost, and they're going to be ready. So, I get a good flick, and then boom, we score. A bottom time to recover, slowed down the play, and we get a goal from it. And now we're back on kickoff. Slowing down the play is so important. You can do it a lot, more than you would think. Some games just get too fast for people to even keep up with, and at that point it's even better to slow down the play because it really screws with people's heads. Really unfortunate he didn't score there. That was a really good chance. Get a good fake there and a good 50. But kind of fruitless, so we go back. Get boost. Have to buy a little bit of time here, so I get two touches, put it down to the corner. Unfortunately we get demoed. And that places us back in third man. I need to keep an eye on where my teammates are. So this is kind of bad as well. This is a bit of a screw up by me. I'll just go back so we can see this. So right here. The problem here is that I've jumped really early. Both of my teammates are upfield, I'm alone in defense, and Forky's just waiting for me to pass to him. And what do? I just give him exactly what he wants. I smash the ball straight onto his car and he gets a free shot. So what I should really do is I should chill. I should play patient, and I should play more towards the ground because I know he's waiting for a pass. So I could jump a bit later, get closer to the ball, and if you jump early, which you might do because it's kind of reactionary and you can't help it, you need to try and put it somewhere on the wall where he has to go out of position to get it. So see, if I put it right down onto the corner, it will go up and roll up the wall and it makes it more difficult for him. I could put it kind of behind him if I get the chance, but it's really difficult. So the main thing to do is to slow down, be more patient, and try and take it down when you can. I wasn't being pressured here. I just wasn't being pressured. I just panicked and I went up. So just pay attention to where the enemies are. This was a free ball for me and I let it go. It was worse because I gave it to them and gave them a free goal. I think Forky did miss it. He did, and it happens. But he should have had a goal there and it was completely my fault. Just pay attention to where the enemies are. Awareness is everything in this game. Decide not to go for that. Go back and play safe. It's definitely my teammates, so I'll make sure I take his place as third man. We're still third man, ready for a pass. He passes down. I was unlucky, I maybe could have got a faster shot. Or maybe even pass to the far right side. But it's a decent play all in all. I'll just get a decent clear there. Ball just a little bit, but it allows us to get a little bit of air, a little bit of a break from the pressure. Here we take a 50. Teammate's in a bad position, but he manages to recover because he's goated. And then we're back in defense. Steal it from my mate because I have a better touch. Not quick enough for the 50. Stay back for now. Just get boost, leave that for my teammate, he's got a better ball. No reason for me to take it off him. Just gonna bang it against the wall. Okay, so here. What I can do here, some people would immediately go down for that boost pad, because it's natural. You've just done your play, and that's you done. You're gonna head back. You've done your job, you've smashed it to the backboard for your teammate, and that's you. What you can do sometimes, again looking to see where the enemy is, Cash Money is definitely not getting this ball. Paco is definitely getting this ball. Rebel's looking pretty slow going up for that. So instead of immediately going down and maybe going back to get boost, I can stay where I am and even just move a little bit on the wall. Now this gives Paco more options. I'm enabling my teammate. It's a hard shot for him, and if he goes for a shot, Rebel's going to get a 50. So instead, he can pass to me, and then I can pass down into mid. And unfortunately we don't get a goal, but it was an extremely good opportunity. And that only happened because I stayed there and didn't go down. It's good to notice sometimes when you can stay aggressive instead of going back. And that kind of comes from awareness. Watching where your team are, watching who's beating who to the ball, and just generally keeping an eye on everything. Don't let your focus get fixated on the ball. And this is where it gets kind of nerve-wracking. 0 seconds. Forky's pushing. Forky has the ball again. Managed to get a clear. Managed to break free from their offense. And this is, again, situational awareness. Kind of what I've been talking about throughout the video. It's probably the most important thing I'd say in Rocket League. It's a mistake I make here. I get too fixated on the ball. I've got ball cam on. I'm looking up at the clouds in the sky and that beautiful circular object which I want to hit. And I completely do not see that guy. I just don't see him. I'm not paying attention. And he booms it onto our backboard for them to score. If I had turned off ball cam, panned my camera, they would not have gotten this chance. Luckily my teammate's super good and he boomed it away. And I'm pretty sure the game ends here. Yes, it does. So, to round out the video, we'll go ahead and see what we can take away from this episode of Ranked Replay Review against Forky. The first is transitioning to offense from defense. If you're the second or third man, and the first is starting to push up with the ball, you want to make sure you're positioning yourself just a little bit behind him, and more often than not it's going to be towards the mid as well, because that's most often where passes end up. And even if your teammate is challenged, you're in a position to swoop in and steal that ball from whoever the enemy is. And more often than not, you're going to be able to do that pretty easily, and then keep aggression following. The second thing is utilising the walls in defence. Whenever you're coming up against a wall ball or a high ball, you want to make sure you're coming out the goal, going up the wall, and saving that precious boost of yours, because whenever they boom it, if you're on the ground, you're going to be using all the boost you have left, which is most likely not going to be a lot if you're stuck in defense for, let's say, over 30 seconds. You're probably going to be starving, or you're getting starved. And then when a ball's up in the air, you're going to use all your boost to reach it. You're going to get a small or light tap on the ball, and it's going to fly straight back to them, and they're going to keep being aggressive. But if you go up on the wall, save your boost, you can air dribble it out, air dribble it to a 50, boom it, you can do lots of things. It just gives you more options. The next, and perhaps one of the most important takeaways from this replay, is slowing down the game. Whenever you get the chance, you should do this, because it can be the only thing that nets you a goal in a game. as it did in this one. We saw that we only scored 1 goal, and it was when I slowed down the play and we managed to set up and then score on the opponents. So not only does it buy you time for your teammates to set up and recover on whatever you're about to do, it also gives you full control on how you're going to attack. So in this replay, I was able to take control, set up for a dribble, and then set up for a flick onto the backboard, and then the teammates that had time to recover were able to swoop in and smash that into the top left bins. And that's all you need. Slowing down the game can just win it. That's all you need. The next thing is making sure you're not passing in defense. Whenever you're defending and people are beginning to pressure you, you want to make sure and see how much time you have. And even if that means panning the camera, turning off ball cam for a second, find out if you're getting pressured. Because if you're not getting pressured, you can take your time, even if it's just a few seconds, take the ball down, get control, or even put it against the wall in a certain way that kind of screws up their attack. And then that means they're not getting a free shot, you're not giving away possession for no reason, and you can kind of relax a bit and buy time again for your teammates. Lastly, situational awareness. As we saw at the end of this replay, I had absolutely no idea where the enemy was because I was looking up, staring at the goddamn ball. Whenever you get the chance, turn off your ball cam, pan your camera, and see who's around you. The more information you can get about possible outcomes or people who are coming into your area of play or who's planning on turning and challenging the ball, the better. That's kind of everything you need. Hopefully that this video helped to provide some kind of insight into how you can improve your game. And if you've enjoyed it, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps to grow the channel and it encourages me to make more educational content like this. Good luck with your games, folks.